I'm here to get the picture of my great-grandfather restored. I hope they can make it look a lot better.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How I can help you today?
I would like to get my great-grandfather's picture renewed and maybe make a story about him.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
My name is Devere Fowler, and I've lived in Lehigh since I was born. And I have a picture of my great-grandfather. That is Thomas Fowler. He lived in Lehigh since he came from England. He was 19 when he came from England, and while he was here, he became sheriff of Utah County for 2 terms, and then he was a U.S. Marshal for the rest of his life. The picture was taken in Salt Lake while he was warden at the state prison. That was the same time that he was a U.S. Marshal. And the picture was taken I think when they made him the U.S. Marshal. He's got his U.S. Marshal badge on in the picture. We plan on memorializing him with the Sons of the Utah Pioneers. He came across the plains in 1856 with the first handcart company. And he died a very hard death up on State Street in what was called the Union Hotel. Right now, it was a movie house after that for a long time, and it's up there vacant now. But anyway, every time I see it, I think of great-grandfather dying in an upstairs room in that hotel. He was sick for two weeks. His sister attended him during those 2 weeks, and then he passed away. He had ulcers, and he had stomach problems and bleeding ulcers, and they couldn't do much for it in those days, and he died from that. On February 14th, Valentine's Day in 1901. His wife's name was Jane Kimmish, and she outlived him a few years, and they had 10 kids. When he was sheriff, he caught quite a few desperados, and the people said that he was very brave. A story that I heard about him was that he never carried a gun that you could see, but he was always armed, but he kept it out of sight. And he was not afraid to walk up to criminals and arrest them without showing any firearms or any force. He just talked them into submitting to an arrest. At his funeral, a fellow came in and says, "Is this Thomas Fowler that was sheriff?" And he said, the people who was there said yes. And he says, "He's the bravest man I've ever known." He says, "I was on a train going from Salt Lake to Ogden when this man sat next to me, and he saw somebody out in the field, and he pulled the rope to stop the train, got off the train, walked out into the field, and approached this criminal that was hiding in the weeds. And the criminal was going to get on the train because it was going uphill and going slow, and he was going to get on the train and go to Ogden and get away. You know, he's running from the law. And my great-grandfather walked up to him without any appearance of guns and talked him into giving himself up, and put him in handcuffs, put him on the train, and took him in, put him in jail. And the guy says that was the bravest act that he'd ever seen anybody do. And he thought he was a special man for that.
Now we're going to scan the picture. The texture in the clothes looks good. And we are going to modify the texture in the face and the texture in the background so it looks more like more real. Okay, now make it bigger again, and I need to finish last of him. And the tricky part here is you need to be really precise. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Dallas.
Hi, Mama Saya.
How was school today?
It was really fun.
Well, I'm working on this picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you're supposed to be working, Kathy.
I know. I'm here to teach her the magic of Photoshop.
Oh, you're going to teach her?
Yes. That's detailed. Yes, so detailed. Resolution size 300 pixels.
Sí, denme sus nombres y teléfono.
Pretty decent.
Hey girls, what do you think you're doing?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, we can go now.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Okay, so your pictures are ready today. I hope you like it. First, we want to show you your before picture.
Okay.
Okay. What we did, you see this hair here? I don't know if it's a hair, but I don't think so. Since he's all nice and groomed, I think this is just a line. So we clean that, fix the background.
Okay.
And here in the face was some lines we clean. So let me show you your new picture. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's much better. In comparison.
Yes, we increase the texture because this is just like a regular paper, and now we make it look more like a real photograph paper.
Yes, that's
You
lovely.
know? And I make you a few other
Oh,
prints so you
additional
can share with
prints.
your family.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
When I trace your footsteps, leaving my bedside, well then I think I know I'll sleep no more. 1,000 houses in my head.
Well, they fixed the picture of my great-grandfather. His ear wasn't too clear, and they've fixed that. And they've done it in black and white, and the background is much better, much cleaner, and it looks a lot better than the old photograph, and it looks like it's new, and it looks like he's younger, and much better. I appreciate what they've done for me.
Wonder where those cups left on my table side, and the southern wind won't flow. When I trace your footsteps, leaving my bedside,